Hey y'all, it is me. It's Voluptuously Skinny, and I'm here with my post-op week 122 update. And I am 150.2 pounds. Let's just get straight to it. I think y'all pretty much know my stats. I always repeat them, but just for the sake of habit, I was 370 pounds when I first started this journey, and it was also my highest weight. I had my sleeve on 9/16 of 2015, so I am about 28 months out. And at that time, I was 330 pounds. And yeah, today I am 150.2. So I told y'all my weight was creeping. So, and that is not the highest it's been this week because y'all know I'm a daily wearer. So I got up to 155 pounds. 155 pounds. Yeah. And that was after a day where I ate a lot of popcorn. And the next day I was 155 pounds. But I had already been creeping up since then. And so then it kind of scared me. I'm like, y'all don't even, well, yeah, y'all do know. It scared me. And so I had mentioned this in the last video, and I hadn't done a lot of research on it, but I had read before that you would gain weight after a marathon. And I'm like, how do you gain weight after a marathon? And which I understand, like if you're eating massive amounts of quantities of food, as far as calories in, and you're not training as hard anymore. But think I'm pretty even keel on that, where I was eating like 3,000 or over 3,000 calories sometimes during my marathon training. I have decreased that tremendously. I think on average right now my calories are about 2,400, and my net calories I think are down to about 1,600. So, and that's probably too low considering where I am, how much I'm still running. So, but anyway, I started to read up more on it because I immediately went into this mode where I'm like, I gotta eliminate every carb. I'm tripping. I'm gonna be, like I'm out of control. 155 pounds for me is overweight. All this stuff going through my head, and I had to just immediately say, okay, slow down. Let's go read about this little snippet of stuff that you had mentioned before. And so what I read was that because your body goes through such a beating, and that running, it's almost like when you're dieting and you put yourself in starvation mode and your body is in that survival mode. Well, when you run so many miles, they say your body goes into a survival mode. And because you beat up your joints and your muscles and everything is kind of torn and worn down and needs to repair itself, that your body instantly begins to this inflammatory process. So it starts to swell and it coats your muscles and your joints with lots of fluid in order to help or assist with the healing. So I was like, okay, well, that makes sense. That makes sense because it was such a dramatic weight gain. Yeah, I was 149 last week and then 155. So I'm like 6 pounds. That's crazy. And I knew it wasn't my time of the month. Well, I don't really know. I don't know if y'all know this, but I had an ablation in 2011. And that's where they burn the lining of your uterus and to prevent you from having any more periods. And so I don't have an actual period, but just like our sleeve surgery helps us with our stomach, but doesn't help us with our mind, that surgery helped me with ending my cycles, but it didn't help with any of the symptoms. So I still have symptoms like I have pain in the breast tissue that I have left, but anyway, every day. But when it's my time of the month, so to speak, then it just intensifies tremendously. And then I also have, the mood swings. I'll get acne, really, really extra oily skin during that time. And so I didn't notice any of that. So it just made sense for it to be that whole inflammatory process. And I know I've ran 2 marathons before, but I don't know I didn't notice it so much on the first one. The first one, I felt like I had dropped a lot of weight because I think it was so hot, and then I had became dehydrated. And so, and then the second marathon, I did notice the scale go up a little bit. And I was just thinking to myself, that's odd. And that's when I read, just reading on recovery, marathon recovery, I read a little bit about the weight gain, but I didn't read a whole lot about it because it didn't affect me as bad as this time. And it may be because this was more miles too. And it did take me longer to run this one. So yeah, my body went through some things, definitely. So anyway, it got me to thinking more on the fact that I'm still in this mode where I constantly thinking lose weight, lose weight, lose weight, and not lose weight or maintain, lose weight or maintain. It's one of those two. It's not anything else. But I really have to think about eating better, not just for maintenance or for to lose the weight or the regain, going up and down. I need to eat and learn to eat better for my physical and my mental. Physically, to be able to accommodate the amount of exercise and the amount of running that I want to do. And then mentally, to accommodate the fact that I've got to think, I've got to be able to focus and be able to concentrate on studying. So I really have to start looking at food differently. And so I did a lot of reading over this week, the last few days, more than I probably should have on that. So I wasn't reading as much on my MCAT. But because that was just, it was overwhelming me at the moment. And I'm like, I got to get this together. Cause the other thing is that when I'm studying, I find myself not eating at all, cause I'm so focused on that. And so I really have to learn how to get my snacks and stuff together, and, just be prepared to eat and nourish my mind so that I can mentally be there. And then also, thinking about the physical, one of the things that I was reading as far as nutrition is concerned is that you cannot even, if I'm thinking low carb, then I am destined for, my body is not going to function properly. It is just not going to function properly. It's not going to do what I want it to do. Because it needs the carbs in order to fuel the runs. And I know that I have been talking, I've been talking it, but y'all, I'm really was trying to convince myself. Yeah, I'm telling y'all, yeah, I eat a bunch of carbs and this and that there, but I'm really trying to kind of convince myself that it was okay, because I was still not okay with it. The carbs and stuff is what got me in the position that I was in. And so even with the running, I think I had increased my calories and my carbs, but I had also increased that running dramatically because I wanted to make up for my increase of calories and carbs. So I still don't know that I was fueling my body properly, even with the amount of carbs and the amount of calories that I was eating, especially after reading some of the information that I was reading, where people are, they're eating 3,000, 3,500 calories consistently when they were running the amount of time that I was running, or the amount of the distance that I was running. And I wasn't doing that. On average, yeah, there were days where I ate 3,000 calories or more, but not consistently. I wanted to keep it, I would tell y'all my total intake would be about 2,500 on average, and my net definitely was not at 2,000. It was always under 2,000. So I just really have to get it together as far as that's concerned. But it is a hard pill to swallow, y'all. It is a hard pill to swallow. And I'm at that point where that's what I need to do. So that's what I need to do. That's what I need to do. And then one of I was reading one lady's blog, and I think it was called Running for Real with Tina. Excuse me. I'm sorry. I think that's what it was called. And she's really thin as far as what her weight is concerned. She's 5'5", which is just an inch shorter than me. and her optimal running weight was around 120 pounds when she was training, she said. And so she even had some issues with her period stopping and getting, then wanting to get pregnant and all that. And it got to the point where she just stopped running, period. And stopped running, I think, for about 10 weeks and ended up finally being able to conceive and start to ovulate. She said she got pregnant and conceived before she even had her first cycle. But that was one of the things. And so I don't know. My body could be going through all kinds of stuff because of that running. I don't know. I'm not going to stop running. I love it, but I've got to figure out how to balance my nutrition with the running and being able to study and all of that. So I don't know if you got anything that I said, but that's huge. And it's not even just, it's something for everybody to think about, because I see a lot of y'all out there doing your thing, walking, running, dancing, burning calories, really exercising, doing cross training. Is that what it's called? CrossFit. Lifting weights. I see a lot of y'all, especially like on Instagram, y'all are burning a lot of calories too. And I just wonder too, if you guys are thinking on the lines of, are you fueling your body to be able to handle that type of fitness level? So that's something for us to think about, you guys. Something definitely for us to think about. It's huge. It's changed. It's kind of got me on the mindset, like, of different things. When I think about different things that I want to study when I go to, finally go to medical school and get out, and it's starting to really fuel like the direction that I want to go. And I don't know, but anyway, I'm kind of all over the place right now. So I'm 150.2, and like I said, that was down from 155 earlier this week. Ridiculous. Almost 6 pounds. So, and it was obviously fluid, because I'm back down to 150 from 155. So, anywho, that's still a 0.4. I'm still 0.4 pounds up. That's almost half a pound from last week. So I'm just going to continue to watch it. Oh, one of the things that she was saying, like, her optimal weight was 120 when she was running and training. But she said it, and I read it in a couple of other places where they said, when you gain, weight, don't get so stressed about it. When you're gaining a little weight in the off season from your training, do not get stressed about it, because you're going to need that weight eventually when you start back up training. That way you're not so, y'all, I just ate and I'm just like burping and y'all understand. Y'all understand. I'm speaking to family. So anyway, they said, don't get so stressed about it, which I still, it's in the back of my mind, and I talk to y'all about it. No, I'm going to get on hold of this, and I'm going to nip it in the bud, because I want to stay within this 145 to 150 range. So, but I'm still watching it, even though I'm still watching it. But anyway, y'all, that is pretty much it. That's what I got going on. Just got to rethink how I'm thinking about eating and stuff. So, getting back into studying mode is going okay. Today I had a lot of, kind of personal stuff to take care of. So I've been taking care of all that all day. And then tonight we're getting ready to go and run this, night run. And so I'm going to try to do 5 miles. My knee has been achy since that 31 miles. So I'm trying to nurse it a little bit and make sure that it heals properly. But it's been a little achy. I'm just going from one thing to another. That's what I'm talking about as far as when I say, am I eating appropriately to heal my body? So, y'all, it's just, if it ain't one thing, it's another, right? But you just got to all take it in stride and just know that God got you, and God's going to point you to the resources that you need in order to be able to get, you know, in the mindset that you need to be in. So anyway, I'm calling it an atmosphere that I am healed, that I have the knowledge to make sure that I'm eating the right things, and to make sure that I'm eating the right things in order to be able to physically be ready to train, and in order to be mentally ready to train as far as studying is concerned. So anyway, y'all believe and receive that with me, and I will just talk to y'all later, okay? I love y'all. Peace out, babies. Mwah.